Tom Aspinall still ain't cleared to compete. He has injuries to both eyes, leaving him with double vision, limited eye movement, reduced overall vision. Doctors haven't cleared him to fight and may need steroid injections or even surgery if things don't improve. As of now, his symptoms still haven't resolved and he requires ongoing specialist care. His doctors tell him he has significant bilateral ocular trauma requiring ongoing consultant-led management. Aspinall is not fully medically cleared to compete yet. Depending on clinical progression, targeted periocular steroid injections or surgical intervention to address persistent motility impairment may be required if symptoms fail to resolve. Overall clinical picture remains consistent with significant traumatic bilateral Brown syndrome associated with ongoing diplopia, restricted ocular motility, reduced visual function, and substantial field loss. Symptoms remained unresolved as of late 2025. Ongoing specialist follow-up is required and ongoing, which puts into question how long it will take for these two to eventually rematch. Yuri Prohashka says he's having a child. Let's go for dad. Benil Dariush rumored to be taking on Quillan Salkeld at UFC 325. That's not good for Dariush because he just got knocked out by BSD. And now he's getting thrown in with a guy who just knocked out Nasrat Haqparast badly. Bad for Dariush. Good timing for Salkeld, catching him at this time. He could break into the top 12 if he gets the win, which would be very impressive. If he won, that'd be 4 wins in a year. And he'd break into the rankings a year into his UFC career. We'll see what happens. He'll have his home nation behind him too in this fight, which would be advantageous for him. In the main event of Real American Freestyle 3, Michael Chandler wins a decision over Chad Mendes. It was a wrestling match, but Chandler's face is all banged up like it was an MMA fight.
Me versus Chad Mendes. Great match. Scored some points early. He and I just kept attacking and attacking, hand fighting hard. It was fun. It was an absolute blast. Great production. What an awesome platform for wrestlers. REF did a great job. The boys had fun. Guys, did you have fun?
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
they had fun.
You won. We won.
All right, but we did get a little banged up here. Wrestling is still the hardest sport in the entire world. This is coming from a guy been fighting now for 16 years. Wrestling is still the hardest sport, and it will forever be the hardest sport. So, hats off to Chad Mendes. He's a heck of a competitor. It was an honor to compete against him, and you guys heard the call out. Jordan Burroughs, you beat me in college. I'm bigger, faster, stronger. I'm better. I'm more dangerous. I'm more violent. I believe in myself more. Step on the RAF mat with me. Maybe not. If not, could be another matchup down the line. But the goal remains the same. We're getting back in the UFC octagon. Conor McGregor at the White House. That's still the goal. So this was fun. Nice little detour. Get the competitive juices flowing. Get up on that wrestling mat. Put in the training camp. Get focused. And we'll see what the future holds. So it was a fun weekend here in Chicago. Now off to the movie set. Off to London to go film Roadhouse. I don't think they're going to be too happy that there's some cuts here, but they got makeup, they got all kinds of stuff. So
Ilya Topuria ain't fighting, at least in the first quarter of 2026. He says, Paddy, win your next fight, hands up, chin down. If Paddy wins, those two will fight for the undisputed title. In the featherweight division, Aljamain Sterling looking to fight Lerone Murphy. Since Lerone Murphy is without a fight, he did not get the title fight he was seeking. First sparring day back, I'm trying to get active. Lerone Murphy, what's shaking? We can't let these guys have all the fun now. Murphy and Sterling are actually right beside each other in the rankings, 4 and 5 at featherweights. Rankings in this division don't seem to be mattering too much. Maybe at lightweight as well. The UFC is going to pick who are they going to pick for the title shot, so they should just fight. Although this fight, stylistically, it may not be the most action-packed fight. In the welterweight division, Sean Brady thinks Michael Morales should get the next title shot. If not Morales, then Pratis. He does not think Ian Gary should get a title shot. He definitely does not think Usman should get a title shot. However, Usman, Makhachev, and Ali Abdelaziz are colluding to try and make that happen.
For me, when I look at it, I'm like, there's no way Ian gets it next. I don't think so. Well, first of all, the least deserving of it is Kamaru Usman. Brother, like, I don't know how they're finagle on this shit. Like, trying to push him to the top.
Cahoots?
Huh?
Between him and Islam?
Yeah,
like mutual friendship. Like,
sure.
let's get
mutual
you paid.
friendship, same manager. Like, I understand what they're trying to do, but that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I personally, obviously, he beat me. I think Morales is the most deserving out of everybody.
He's undefeated.
Undefeated, 19-0, just beat me. I was the #1 contender. Beats me. Number 2 would be, I think Prates is right there. I think he would deserve it more. Shavkat doesn't deserve a title shot.
He got to get back in the race.
He's got to get back in the race. Everybody else got to be in the something like that. Everyone's got to be in the race. That he's just sitting on the
The
sideline.
highest ranked guys the UFC could choose from are Gary, Rachmanov, and Morales, 2, 3, and 4 in the division. Gary might have the best case because he's been active, whereas Rachmanov's been on the sidelines. However, out of all these guys, I think Rachmanov, skill for skill, probably matches up best with Makhachev, extremely well-rounded in the wrestling and grappling and all aspects of MMA, so it would be an intriguing stylistic matchup. Morales is an interesting case with his long limbs, athleticism, knockout power, unique stance with his hips out back. Perhaps he has something to offer in the realm of takedown D and outstriking Makhachev, but you never really know. It could be a situation like very quickly into round 1, you realize this guy can't stop the takedown, he can't get back up like JDM. Out of all these guys, the most confident I would feel picking against Makhachev would be Rachmanov, at least in terms of being competitive with Makhachev, but due to his injuries and being out for a while, I don't think they're going to pick him. Michael Morales is a guy who can make you rethink your entire career after Sean Brady lost to Morales. He's thinking about dropping down to 155, and Mateusz Gamrot is actually down to fight him. Sean, if 155 is on your mind, it would be an honor to share the octagon with you this spring. Mateusz Gamrot's coming off a loss to Charles Oliveira. It would be interesting, though, a good opportunity for Brady if he is looking to drop down to 155, because Gamrot's ranked number 7. He could break into the top 7 in his first fight in the lightweight division. Interestingly, Brady's ranked number 7 at welterweight, so he could be ranked number 7 at 170 and 155. But a lot of people question if he can make 155. A lot of fans think he can't do it in a safe way, and a lot of fighters think also he can't do it.
You know you can't make that weight, boy. Your back too big. You a big back bitch. You mean you finna move down to 155? They had the audacity to say, well, if they don't match me up with somebody that I like, I'm gonna go ahead and go down to 155. Set your soft ass up, man, and work on your defense. That's all you gotta do, Brady.
So Brady is kind of doing the opposite of Islam Makhachev, trying to drop from 170 to 155, as opposed to move up from 155 to 170. That drop from welterweight to lightweight isn't an extremely common thing. I know some guys would toggle back and forth from welterweight and lightweight like Cerrone and Dos Anjos, but guys who are naturally 170 pounders aren't often coming down all the way to 155. It's too big of a drop for them. That's why there's quite a few fighters who like the concept of a 165 division, because they're somewhere in the middle, a little too big for 155, a little too small for 170.
I respect Venezuela's sovereignty. If you go over there and blow up random boats with fishermen's on it, you're a piece of shit and you're going to go to hell. And you know what's so funny about them saying, oh, we're going to Venezuela for the oil? You know damn well as soon as they get the oil, they're going to up the price, and we ain't going to get no cheap oil. That's how it always works, dude. Did you see cheap oil when we invaded Iran and Iraq for our freedom? Now, anybody that goes over there and messes with those Venezuelan people are terrorists, and they're rat bastards, and they're against the American people. They're against the American tax dollar, and more importantly, they're against what God's design is, to live on this planet in harmony and share the resources, because there's an abundance of resources, and we can just do business with them instead of bombing them and killing them. Y'all will get what's coming. All that blood that's on your hands, you bastards will pay for it. This country is fallen. And hell, I can't wait, because at this point, I'm just enjoying the entertainment. This country's gone, dude. Bunch of